I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that have taught this truth and continue to teach this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I wanted to add on to a lesson that I was working on last night that I didn't have an opportunity to post. And so let's take a listen here. I was just talking with this sister earlier today, and I seen that, man, she orders the same thing all the time. Every time I see the lady in there. Broccoli, a small pie with some pork on it. And I forget the other item that, she orders with that. But those are the two things that stand out every time I see the sister. So, there's something just in me just said, man, say something to sister, man. She's sitting here killing herself. And so, I engaged in conversation with sister, and I asked her in a respectful manner and from a very respectful place, hey, do you mind if I would say something to you? And she said, yeah. And I said, sister, the track that you're on with this, because every time I see you, you always have this order. You have a pie with pork on it, and some broccoli. And I asked her, how old are you? She says, I'm 48. And I says, oh, wow. I says, look, bottom line is you on a fast track to diabetes. You know what Miss Dummy says? Miss Dummy says, no, I'm not. I'm perfectly healthy. I take care of myself. Man, after that utterance came out of her mouth, man, that retort, I'm through. And I just left the conversation peacefully. I didn't even say nothing back. I turned away from her and walked on and went on about my business. But if I was some fucking white boy, and I came over there and gave her that advice, she'd have sucked it up with a smile, giggling and laughing, and would have been trying to talk with the white boy for hours about nothing. But I had to come back to reality and remember, man, I'm a nigga. The fuck up. Ain't no goddamn woman gonna be trying to hear anything I gotta say. Whether it's truth or not. And to add on to that, the Most High has lined up for our people a very, very, very terrible destruction. And why? Because our people are hard-headed. You don't want to know or hear or understand what the Most High has to say. You don't want to do what's right. You don't want to hear what's right. You don't want to hear what's right that will give you life. The Most High's way and instruction onto us is not to our detriment, but that so we may live. We're going to get into a precept about that. In fact, we got it right here on the screen. Ezekiel 33:11. Say unto them, as I live, saith Yahweh power,
I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn you from your evil ways. For why will you die, O house of Israel? Let's continue.
Okay. And that's, you know, that in itself is maddening. You know, to see your people destroy themselves, and you can't even say nothing to them, especially the nigga woman. You can't talk with her, man. She's through. She's gone. She's finished, finito. She is fully sucked up and embraced the ideologies and the thought processes of this society, and she's in full support of it. And so, you know, when we come and we try to, wake our people up out of this madness and this sleep, man, they go into a deeper sleep, and then they dare to get upset with you for trying to wake them up. But yeah, man, she came out her mouth, man, with that, and I was done. I'm done rapping. Ain't no more rap. I just walked away from that shit. You know? I'm sick and fucking tired of being here, man. I hate this place, man. It doesn't make any sense at all what's going on. Everywhere I turn, everywhere I look, there's a bunch of fucking Aunt Tammys and Uncle Toms fucking everywhere. It's unnerving, man. Bootlickers, backstabbers, you know what I mean? You know, happy people all over the fucking place, man. It's fucking madness, man. It really is, man. I'm sick of this shit. And so, yeah, man, after that conversation, man, seriously, man, and not to come, listen, man, you know, your sisters are completely out of order, man, and you won't listen to reason and you won't listen to truth. Okay? And so, I just have this precept queued up here, and then I'm gonna close this out. You know, no more talking. You know, and so for those of you that are listening, you know, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith.
And so, let's expound on that even further. Keep the faith. Keep your faith. Keep your faith. Stand in your faith. So let's dive into a few precepts here. And so let's go to Matthew 16:8. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O you of little faith, why reason among yourselves because you have no bread? Let's go into that word faith. So we're going to go into the Greek. Of little faith, trusting too little. Let's jump into Matthew 15:28, our second example. Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Let's go into that word faith. The character of one who can be relied on. Let's get into the next example. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto the mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Let's get one more example here. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach, for it is the power of our power unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. Why the Greek? We'll get into that in another lesson. But yes, our people were amongst the Greeks. For therein is the righteousness of our power, revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Let us continue.
Those of you that are listening, and I should say those of you that are that are in this truth, keep the faith. This place is done. It's through. And so also I wanted to say that, look, man, we're in the times of prophecy. Okay? What, and matter of fact, I should bring that up. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, know that the end is nigh. And so let me pull that up real quick. Let me find that real quick. Find it. Just hang with me. Sometimes this thing acts a little funny on the search, and it won't find the things that I'm talking about, but I have to, Matthews 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Let's go into that. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, food shortages, right? Pestilences. You got these different outbreaks, especially out in Europe. You have earthquakes. There was just a big earthquake earlier this week. And it says earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And so, and this is really, in truth, it's talking about us as a people, but it's also talking about us that stand for this truth. And so, I'm gonna pause right there, but that was my point. My point was at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Okay. So, this is a time of, this is the time where prophecies are popping like popcorn. Inside joke. And so, take heed, brothers and sisters. Take heed. Take heed to yourselves. Repent. Better said, I think that's the best way I'm gonna say it. Just repent, and come back in the way of the Most High. Put down that swine. Put down the happy people behaviors. Put down the adultery. Put down the idolatry. Put away with your idols. And come back to the Most High and serve the Most High. Repent. And so, we're in the time of prophecy, so things are grinding quickly to an end, And so, also, be careful of that charagma. Matter of fact, let's find that. Let's find that. So, and that no man shall buy or sell, except he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for his number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, we can see over here in the NLT where it translates it to 666, right? And so, hold on a second here. Let's go to Revelations 14:11. Let's start at 9 here. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of our power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And so this is what I mean by be careful with that Korachma. This speaks with plain words, all right? And I would love to go into this, but I cannot, right now. I don't even want to say, you know why. And so, let's close out with what I originally had lined up here. And so, we're in, I believe this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth our power shall escape from her. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. I'm going to read that again. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart or mind is snares and nets, and her hands are bands. Whoso pleaseth our power shall escape from her. But the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this I have found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet may my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those I have found. Look, or lo, this only I found, that our power hath made upright, that our power hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. And so let me jump in there and reread that. Okay? And so, I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth our power shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul keepeth, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those I have not found. I'm going to say that again. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that our power hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. The they being the woman. Okay? So let me close out with this final precept.
Give me a moment here. Deuteronomy 32:20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. This is the Most High speaking. This is Yahweh speaking. I pray that this lesson was edifying. Thank you for listening. Shalom.